Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we're back to winter being here. We're back to Zaddy leaving Black women all alone. I've got something to share with you guys, but before we share that, just to give you a little bit of the framework, because what we're seeing now is Zaddy pulling the rug out from under the collective of Black women. And I still don't know if Black women understand actually what's happening to them. We've seen now more and more where Black women are getting evicted, and they're getting evicted with their children. And one of the things that's happening is a lot of Black women that are finding themselves in shelters. They're finding themselves on the street. They're finding themselves living in storage units or living in their cars or vans, sometimes with children, sometimes without. Even sometimes they are working. Not all of them are unemployed. But we're also seeing an uptick of Black female homelessness. But a lot of times the women that are finding themselves in shelters and finding themselves in these situations actually have something very interesting. They have Section 8 vouchers. And you would think, well, if they've got a Section 8 voucher, why are they homeless? Why are they not living in some place that is suitable for them to live? And what's going on right now is that there are a lot of landlords, there are a lot of property owners, there are a lot of real estate owners and agencies that are now saying all across in different cities of the United States are saying that they no longer accept Section 8 vouchers because of the reputation of the people who generally hold Section 8 vouchers, and saying that these people are very destructive to the properties and they leave them any kind of way. They, through negligence and through, being reckless in the rental space, they'll tear it up. They'll tear up the appliances, the walls, the floor. They'll have infestations of vermin and roaches and things of that nature that the landlord has to pay for consistently. And then it's difficult to get them out of the property after they're in the property. It's a long, expensive endeavor to evict people, because you got to prove and you got to keep going to court, and then the court might give extensions and so on and so on. And so the landlord has a tendency to, sometimes they lose money in that process. The person's still on the property, but they're not necessarily being paid. And just all of these different circumstances and situations that are going on. We know that there have been a lot of evictions, and Black women, and in particular Black single mothers, have been disproportionately affected by those things. And it's interesting that a lot of these women who are finding themselves in this situation actually, like I said, they have Section 8 vouchers. But the Zaddy knows what he's doing. He did not give them to you. He didn't cut the program. But if they are ineffective, if nobody accepts it, then it doesn't matter. That's just like nobody accepting money anymore. It doesn't matter. If one day in America nobody accepted like debit cards anymore or money, like it doesn't matter how much you got. If nobody's accepting it, it's useless. That's basically the trick bag that a lot of Black women are in now with the Section 8 vouchers. Along with that, there have been a lot of cuts in different cities on SNAP benefits, EBT benefits, both the food and the monetary. They sometimes they actually give you money as well as food stamps and things of that nature. And a lot of these governments, a lot of these states are cutting it out, and they're saying that there are no funds for it. That the funds is low. They're blaming the pandemic. They're blaming the downshift in the economy. They're blaming a lot of stuff and saying that the money isn't there anymore to support. And Black women are actually feeling the brunt of that, even though they're not the only demographic that receives benefits of this nature. They're disproportionately affected either way. But what I want to show you is where the money's going, because it's not so much that the government doesn't have the money anymore. It's just being reallocated. And I'm gonna show you a clip to demonstrate where this money is being reallocated to. So, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about that. So let me share my screen really quickly. And here we go.
Needing humanitarian assistance as well as food, water, medicine, shelter, and other aid to Ukrainians displaced by Russia's war, and provide aid for those seeking refuge in other countries from Ukraine. It's also going to help schools and hospitals open. It's going to allow pensions and social support to be paid to the Ukrainian people so they have something in their pocket. It's also going to provide critical resources to address food shortages around the globe and to deliver much needed humanitarian assistance as well as food, water, medicine, shelter, and other aid to Ukrainians displaced by Russia's war.
Now, let me stop sharing that. Did you hear him? Did you hear where your money is going now? See, all of that aid that they were giving and that Black women were able to take advantage of in the country, and they were able to snub their noses at Black men and say, we don't need you because we're able to get Section 8. We're able to get the necessary things that we need, and they don't have to come from you. They can come from the government, and we can just work or we can do whatever to make other ends meet and things of that nature. See, they're sliding that just right out from under you. Just right out from under you. And he's giving it to his people. They giving it to their Ukrainians is they people. You not they people. See, you're not even American according to them. See, that's the whole thing. See, according to them, according to Zaddy, only whites can be American. All of the rest of everybody else, I mean, you might live here or whatever, but I know you don't call yourself American. Like that mean white. So you, Black woman, you're not American either. You're not his woman. He does not obligated to take care of you, and he's not obligated to do any of that stuff. Doing that stuff served a purpose for him. It helped in the crusade that he had against the Black family and against Black men specifically. And you were the perfect weapon to utilize. And so he was willing to give you decades upon decades of unlimited help, okay, and assistance and housing and food and all of these, the different essentials that you need in life to really live at all. He was willing to give you billions upon billions of dollars collectively over the years for you to do that. Now he's going to give that money to the women that are his. It doesn't matter that the women are and the other people are from the Ukraine. They white. See, they were putting them in the HBCUs on the campuses. See, they're not going to have them women out in living in vans. They got refugee status. All of that money that he was allocating to you is now just simply being reallocated where he wants it to be. And see, it's a smack in your face because them Ukrainian women ain't went through nothing for the Democratic plantation. And even though we can say Republican, Democrat, almost same thing, for the purposes of what I'm talking about right now, I'm going to focus on the Democrats because Black women consistently vote democratically and you don't get any tangibles. There's never been any tangibles attached to that type of voting. Black women have slaved literally for the Democrats. Black women have went to bat and went to the mat over and over and over and over again for the Democrats for promises that they never kept. They never kept nothing. See, his woman gonna be taken care of. I don't care if she did come from across seas, and I don't care if she don't speak English. And I don't care. That's his woman, and he gonna make sure that as long as he's empowered to do so, he gonna take care of her. He gonna take care of her. He said it. He said the schools and the hospitals, and they gonna have something in their pocket. He said what his intention was. They're gonna have something. Oh, we're gonna provide for them. For them. Them women ain't did nothing in America. They have not done anything in America, but they can get all of the help. They're gonna get all the benefit from your slaving on the plantation. See, they didn't work on the plantation now one day like black women did. Y'all labored and worked for massa. You didn't get any tangibles. You turned on black men for them, or you tried to coerce or shame black men into voting Democrat with you, just like I did a while back with Tiffany Cross on that show, trying to shame black men, talking about Kevin Samuels followers and Tariq Nasheed followers need to get it together and support black women. See, y'all always was shaming black men into voting for the Democratic Party when black men were saying, why should we do that? The Republicans have a little bit better, especially when it comes to jobs, employment, and the economy. They got a little bit better plan going on. The Democrats and the woke and the liberal left, they ain't got nothing going on. There's nothing for men or black men at all over there. So why would we vote against our interests? Literally, we're voting against ourselves if we do that. I mean, you can have whatever opinion you want on the two parties, but the Democrats, obviously, we don't need to vote for them. But black women wanted to keep on doing it. Y'all voted, and you voted this idiot in here. This is the same president that impugned your blackness and pulled your black card on Charlemagne's show on The Breakfast Club, talking about if you don't vote for him, you ain't black, just to get you to not vote for Trump. As if that made any sense. As soon as this idiot gets into office, he starts enacting all kinds of policies that go against you. That's all that he's been doing since he's been into office. He has not done anything, not a single thing to help black people or to help black women specifically, nothing. And now he is effectively rendering all of those entitlement programs completely moot. He's rendering them completely ineffective. So you can have them on paper, but they don't mean anything in reality. He doesn't care that you're in your van with your child. He don't care that you're sneaking and living in a storage unit. He don't care. He don't care about none of the stuff that you have to do or any of the trouble that you have to go through now. Now he's turning his back and leaving you in the shambles and in the ruins of the community that he put a battery in your back to help ruin. And you ain't really have nowhere to go because he's not going to answer your emergency call. You're not going to be able to put in the emergency call to him no more because his attention is being put elsewhere into the women and the people that are his people, not you. And all of that work that you did on the plantation don't mean nothing. It means absolutely nothing to him. Absolutely nothing. You can hem and haw and you can sing it from the rooftops if you want to. He don't care. He just better not find you parked illegitimately in a Walmart parking lot and he gonna move you out of there. Just know that. Just know that. He'll arrest you now. Now he'll arrest you. Now he'll beat on you in the street. Now he'll tase you and lock you up and stuff like that. Now he'll do that to you. After all that work that you did, betraying the black community, he don't care. We tried to tell you he don't care about none of that. You working for him did nothing for you. Absolutely nothing. He's going to leave you destitute and he don't care that you are destitute. It's a fine time for him to do that. Now that black men are chucking their deuces and saying, you know what, we done. We'll leave the simps here for y'all to deal with and scramble over. Because the men who are about something, even if they're not passport bros, they're just checking out from you. Even if they never go nowhere. It's sad. I don't know when y'all gonna wake up or if y'all gonna wake up, but it's very sad. I just wanted to bring that to people's attention. People need to watch and understand what's going on. Anyways, Before we sign out of here, I want to bring to everybody's attention that you can go into the description box and hit the link at crimsoncure.com in order to get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery on sale right now. If you do not want to wait for the physical copy, or you prefer to read it on your devices, your Kindle devices, or any devices you have, because the Kindle app is free, that link is also in the description as well. Also, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.